welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Welcome to the first episode of my new podcast featuring my mother. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. We have already filmed this podcast once, however my file got corrupted and I couldn't edit the video, so here we are. This is round 2. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this works. Hector is here. Hello, handsome boy. This is just going to be about Slimming World and stuff, and like our weight loss journeys. I hate that sentence, but sorry that there was no video last week. As you can see, I'm injured. I got really bad tendinitis in my left shoulder and it was flaring up, so I wasn't in the mood to film. So here we are. This is attempt number 2 of the podcast. So Hector, this cat is so spoiled. Oh my god, you're hitting my shoulder. Hello. So yeah, we were just going to talk about Slimming World and like stuff, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So I had a couple of like questions stored away in my brain.
Okay. I don't know why you're laughing.
There's a cat.
There's a cat over there, there's a ginger one.
You were going to say something, I knew you were going to say something and you can't say that word.
Oh, your claw's stuck in me, darling.
Okay, so I haven't got the questions saved in my thing that I thought I did. But the first thing that I want to talk about is why we decided to start Slimming World. So I'll start with you. Why did you decide that that was the time to start Slimming World?
I thought I wanted to start after the Christmas. I can't remember which year it was. 2018 or 2019. No, 2018 I think.
I started in 2020.
I think. Anyway, I thought I'd want to start in January because I thought I was fed up of trying on clothes and feeling like really fat with them and everything, and just thinking I want to do something different. So I thought I was all ready to go after Christmas, and then my mum was taken into hospital. Yeah. So by the time she'd got over her sepsis and everything, and she was out of hospital.
She's okay now, by the way.
It was about March time, I think, and I started in March.
Yeah.
So
you just had enough, essentially.
I'd had enough. Yeah, I wanted to do something different. I was fed up with work, and I wanted to concentrate on me.
For me, the reason I started is pretty similar. I was sick of looking back at pictures that I just hated, of like really fun experiences and stuff, but I was looking back at pictures and just hated how I looked in them. I was sick of going into most shops and not being able to buy anything that I liked. My confidence was really crap and stuff, so I was just sort of sick of it. So I started last February, and the reason I started in February is because it was Christmas and everything, obviously December, and then January I have a few people's birthdays in January that I knew I was doing stuff for, so I wanted to get those out of the way, like that, get that temptation out of the way, and then in February I started. I've now, as of yesterday, lost 7.5 stone. Well, 7 stone, 8.5 pounds. I got my 7.5. You don't need to clap me, it's okay, thanks though. I got my 7.5 stone this week, which is fabulous. And you've now lost 12.5.
12.5 stone, yeah.
Which is crazy. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about is, because neither of us did it for a reason, did we? We didn't have like an occasion or anything. A lot of people that we find with Slimming World, not everyone that does it, but most people that do it for an occasion, like a wedding or a birthday or a holiday or something, most of them put it back on after that event. Whereas for us, we never did it for a specific reason, we just did it because that was the time in our minds that we wanted to start. Because I think if I'd have done it for any reason, I would have gone back. I get why people do, because I think I would have done the same.
And we went away that year on holiday, when you could go on holiday.
You did. I didn't.
Yeah, so I had, by that point, lost about 7 stone when we went on holiday.
Sorry, Baba.
But I didn't want to stop doing it then, so, and I didn't join to do it for my holiday.
Yeah,
that was just some goal that I could carry on. That was something I had to look forward to.
And for me as well, I think I still did have it slightly in my head to do it for Disney. But also at the same time, because obviously we had to cancel Disney this year, I'm now more doing it can help you. I know that after Disney I won't put it back on because I haven't done it for that now. I think I've done it for me, and I know in myself that my like whole confidence has changed. It's not just a weight loss, it's like my whole personality. It's the same with you, like I'm a lot more confident. I can walk. I was thinking the other day, I walk down the street and I actually don't look at the floor anymore, which may sound really stupid, but I used to just look down and like avoid eye contact and stuff with everyone, but I'm actually like walking more confidently down the street. And like with fashion and stuff, I think we're both like this. We're wearing more colour. We're actually, neither of us are in black. I used to wear black all the time and that was it, but I started to really push myself to experiment with clothes and colour, and I'm starting to find things that are in the sort of fashion and style that I want to wear, which has been a thing that I've wanted to do for ages and never felt skinny enough, which I know is stupid anyway, but I feel like I can now really be myself more.
Just be who you wanna be.
Yeah, that's really got to stop.
Just that was in my
for
mind.
you, what was the point in your Slimming World thing that made you like the most like aware of how much you'd lost, if that makes sense? You know, there's that one point where you're like, oh wow.
I think for me, it was. I think I said this on our last podcast that it got deleted. That it was when I got out the car in a car park in a little narrow space where normally I'd have had to push the door really wide to get my body out of the car door, and I could get out of that door just in a little gap instead of being trapped in my car or thinking I've got to keep driving around this car park to get a bigger space.
I think, that's crazy though, isn't it, that you used to have to like... For me, I can't remember what I said as a thing before, but I know like walking past shop windows and stuff, and I had one moment when I was coming down the stairs and Mum's room's at the top of the stairs and her bedroom door was open to her mirror on her wardrobe. I walked past it and didn't even recognise it was me, and I do that often in shops when I'm walking past. I don't recognise that it's me, and I think that is a massive thing because I don't look at that person, and also I don't look in the mirror anymore and just judge everything. I look in the mirror and I like look at the good parts, and I feel more confident in myself, and I think that's a big thing because it does change your whole life, doesn't it? It doesn't just change your weight loss, it changes everything, because you don't realise how much of a different person you are just from not being fat.
I used to always try and hide in photographs and always be at the back of photographs. I don't care anymore. I'd like to be at the front, but I'm tall, so I usually at the back.
Yeah, it's true.
But
it's I'm the same.
I'd always be like, no, don't take my photograph.
Yeah, I never used to take photos. I've got so many photos, so many more photos. Like even if it's just selfies, I used to like spend hours trying to take a selfie and hate every single one of them. But now I just take them and I like them. I prefer taking photos now, and I don't mind taking photos of people and like of myself and outfits and stuff, especially for like my Disney account. I do that a lot with my like outfits, and I find it easier now because I'm not worried about how I look in it as much. And it's when sometimes weight loss gets hard and you don't, there's obviously times in your journey and in my journey that we felt a bit crap and like we haven't really made that much of a difference, but then it's when people start saying it, when people notice it. Because you've had times like that, haven't you?
Yeah. When people I've seen at work and they've just walked past me and then they suddenly done a double take and it's like, I couldn't believe it's me.
Well, you don't realise.
No.
And I don't think I ever realised how big I was until I like look back at pictures. Like I knew I was big, but when I like compare pictures of me now to like back then, I don't think I ever realised how big I actually was. You've got to say stuff as well, otherwise this is just me talking.
I don't know what to say. Can't remember what I said.
I can't remember.
That was all very good.
I don't know if it was really good though. For you, what is your favourite thing about having lost the weight? Obviously, I know, like, does that question make sense to you?
Yeah.
Like, what's your favourite thing to do now that you've lost the weight? That you can do that you might not necessarily have been able to do before?
Well, there's sort of two things, because now I'm no longer on blood pressure tablets, so I don't have to take tablets anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we started doing the couch to 5k, which I never thought I'd do, and I've just done week 3 and finished week 3.
Really? Week 3?
Week 3.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm loving running, because I don't love running, and I don't think I will ever get the running bug, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah, we've set our minds to do it, so we're going to do it. I think for me, my favourite thing is the fact that I can go into any shop and not have to feel like I can't buy something in there.
Yeah.
Like, we went into H&M the other day, which is a shop I never would have gone in before because I wouldn't have been able to buy anything. Like, I've bought so much from H&M recently, so much from Primark, which Primark sizing has always been a bit funny, so it's always a bit of an issue, but it's not anymore. And I think that's my favourite thing.
Yeah,
I'm ready to rock it. Vintage shop in London. Ow! Vintage shop in London. I never would have bought stuff in before because it wouldn't have fitted, but I bought 3 things in there. One of them was a medium and it fitted, which I never would have bought anything like that before.
Yeah, I like going anywhere and getting it rather than having to go to yours and Evans, which is my only places I could get stuff really.
Yeah.
And now I can go anywhere and get it, and actually getting stuff in the sale then.
Yeah.
And actually going around the sales and thinking, why have they got all these big sizes?
Yeah, well, you were saying
really
that
annoying,
when we went into
it?
where was it? Was it Debenhams? Before the Debenhams near us shut, everything was like bigger sizes, which before we would have been like amazing because we can get stuff. But now I'm like, there's no small sizes left.
Well, to be
and everything's massive and it's going to be way too big.
Well, it was either really, really tiny sizes, and let's face it, no one's a 6 or an 8, are they?
Well, there are people that are that size, but
well, they
we're
shouldn't
never going to be that.
And
no, you can't say things like
that.
that.
And they shouldn't be, because it's too skinny. I could never be that skinny.
It's healthy for some people, so let's not stop. Let's stop shaming.
That was the only thing that you couldn't, it was the small or the large.
Yeah. Or it wasn't even the large, it was a small or like the extra large, and like before that would have been perfect and we would have been able to buy stuff, but now it's like I never thought I'd be annoyed that there wasn't a smaller size. But yeah, I think one of the most frustrating things is still, you feel like this as well, it's like the body dysmorphia where you go into a shop and you pick up a size above what you are because you still don't want to pick your size up because you still think it's going to be too small.
Yeah.
Even though you're definitively, I don't know if you want to say what size you are, but it's up to you.
I'm a 14 in every place now, I think.
But Mum will still pick up a 16, whereas I'm definitively a 16. But I will still pick up things that are an 18, and Mum will be like, that's way too big. And then when I try the 16 on when I get home, I'm like, oh, you're right, the 18 would have been too big. But it's hard to see that sometimes. My body dysmorphia gets really bad,
and I don't think it's helped, to be honest, because of the lockdowns. You're not being able to try things on. Yeah. So things like trousers, that's where I've really struggled, I think, with trousers. And I think with me as well,
like, when we can try stuff on, it'll be a lot easier for me to realise, because obviously I'm still losing, whereas you're at your target. Yeah. So I'm still losing. It'll be easier for me to realise what I can and can't.
Yeah, I've been at my target
like
nearly
size-wise,
a year
can't
now.
fit in. Right.
Yeah.
Shove
I just
it in my
thought
face.
of that. Yeah.
Is that your phone that I just switched off the plug for?
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Sorry about that.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't really know what. There's certain things with Slimming World. I know a lot of people online don't like what Slimming World do, and if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. Slimming World personally has been the only thing that has ever worked for me. I've tried other diets before and nothing has worked. Like this lifestyle change.
It's a lifestyle. It's not a
that's
diet.
why I didn't say it was a diet. I said other diets and stuff. It's never worked for me. This is the only thing that has clicked in my head and made me aware of what I'm eating. And I am an evening snacker, always have been. So I still have like a sinned bag of crisps every evening. It's like 3.5 sins, and then like a cake bar which is like 4 sins. I have that every evening because that is what keeps me going, because I'm not craving that stuff because I have it every evening. Whereas before I would have eaten so many crisps and so much chocolate and stuff like that, and I don't want it anymore. And this has been the only plan that has stuck in my head for me to do. And if you don't like it, that's your decision, but it's worked for me. So
I think if you know how much it's going to cost you to eat it, essentially, so you know, if you look up the sins for a cream cake or a sticky toffee pudding or something, you'd think, no, it's not worth it. So actually, and you've said that before, not that you've had to have those.
Yeah, there's been other things where it's like over the amount of sins I'd
expect. You've been like a chocolate bar or something and you thought, no.
I don't want to waste my sins on that. I'd rather have something else that I'm going to enjoy a bit more. So I think
it makes you rethink, I think, what
and it has been the only thing that's worked.
Your balanced diet, and we can go out. We went out when we went to London last week, didn't we? We took our lunch with us, which was like basically a ham salad with or a meat. We had, what did we have? A burger, a cold burger,
we had
salad, and
jacket potato skins.
Yeah, with cheese.
With like cheese and onion in,
and
then we had
bit of cheese,
carrots and cucumber sticks, and like a little cinnamon roll burger cut up, so there was a bit of protein in there. And then for dinner we went to Bill's and we had their Mediterranean grilled chicken and rice and some extra salad, because we requested extra salad rather than the flatbread it came with. Was my brother had a burger and chips.
Yeah. And a pudding.
Yeah, but we were on plan and we sinned it because of the oil that they would have used, but I mean I still lost 3 pounds this week after having that, so it was clearly still on plan.
I'm at Target, so
so it was still on plan. You can
we'd
still
also
go out and enjoy yourself, you just have to
think about make the right choices. Or you can say,
stop filming. I have no idea when it stopped filming, so we're just going to talk about a couple more bits and then we'll leave it. So our favourite Cinnamon World meals is what we were talking about. Don't know if this was caught on camera or not, but
I think actually I've changed my mind about my favourite cinnamon.
Well, it's good that I carried on filming then, isn't it? What's your favourite?
Did I actually say what my favourite cinnamon? Oh yeah, I know. I probably got 2. I've probably got a breakfast one.
Okay.
That's my favourite. I actually quite like the baked oats now.
Yeah, I really like those. I used to be a bit funny about oats. I wasn't sure because I've tried. Can you hear Hector snoring?
Yeah.
I tried the overnight oats before. That you used to do quite a lot.
Overnight.
And I don't like the texture.
I like them when I'm going out to work. Not that I go out very often at the moment.
But I don't like the texture. The texture just gets me. So I thought baked oats would be the same, but it's literally like a cake in the morning.
Yeah, it's like a
it's
cake,
really nice.
It's got a bit of cinnamon in it as well, so it's a bit.
And we have like
warm fruit and yogurt with
one of the skinny sauces on it.
Yeah, that's
which
really
they're
nice.
Amazing. Oh, and Beanie's coffee.
Yeah,
it's free, but it's flavoured coffee, so you can have it.
Coffee?
Yeah, I finished it. Is it a teaspoon?
Yeah.
Of coffee, flavoured coffee. We've got like Biscoff one, chocolate, caramel,
creamy caramel,
gingerbread,
coconut, sweet
coconut,
cinnamon,
toffee nut latte. We have like
every single
bloody flavour.
And
we have it without healthy extra milk, so it's like a milky coffee.
Yeah,
it's really
like a
nice.
latte, isn't it?
Yeah,
or
it's really nice.
It's lovely.
Favourite Cinnamon World meals? You were saying
I was
breakfast.
So breakfast was baked oats, and then I think shepherd's pie with cauliflower cheese on the top. So it's cauliflower mashed up with the potato and then some cheese with it. It's lovely.
I have quite a few favourite meals. I love beef tagliatelle.
Yeah,
I love spaghetti bolognese. I love.
Oh, you love my chilli in the crock pot.
I do. Oh, chilli! I love chilli. I also love. We did crispy chili beef, and was it honey pork with rice, which is like a Chinese honey pork, really and it's so good.
You might have to get some pork too.
Yeah, I think we need to do that again. That's really.
I'll tell you what's nice about Cinnamon World, because people often say, oh, I've got to do a lot of cooking from scratch. Well, you don't necessarily have to, because you can use the meals.
Yeah.
And they come like with sauces as well, so like curry sauce, so you could just put it over chicken
and put
But actually, because you can do a lot of, so you could do a pasta bake or something that does 4 meals. So if there's only one of you eating it or 2 of you eating it, you've got 2 portions for them in the freezer.
Like we are having chili one day this week, aren't we?
Yeah.
One evening, and then the next day we're having it for lunch.
Yeah.
So I love chili.
Or if I do something in the slow cooker in the crock pot, like a chicken casserole or something,
you use it for soup.
Then that's got loads of vegetables in there with the chicken casserole, and then I just use up whatever the liquid and the stock left over. I just blitz it up and make it some soup.
Yeah.
So I've got another meal then from the soup.
I just think.
But I didn't used to like cooking as much,
no.
and it's made me really want.
I think there is so much of a variety of stuff. Like you can do easy stuff like chicken fajitas. You just don't do it in a wrap.
Yeah, or stir fry.
Or stir fry. You just use soy sauce. Like there's so many easy things like that I love cooking as well.
Because you were saying about the dolmio, weren't you?
Yeah, when we had so I'd been eating Mum's before I started swimming well. Mum used to do like spaghetti bolognese and stuff. She was away once, and this was before I was on swimming well, so I was just eating normally. My dad was cooking when I was at work. I came home and he'd done like a dolmio pasta, and it tasted disgusting.
It's just too sweet.
It was so runny. It was just really horrible.
And that's why we used to live on.
We used to eat it all the time.
I just don't.
And now I just don't. There's stuff like, I'm a worker and I work in, when I'm in the ice cream place, I smell the flakes and I'm like, oh, I really want a flake, but nothing in me is like, eat that flake. Does that make sense? Like I want it, but I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah.
And people offer me stuff at work. My boss offered me a slice of pizza the other day and I was like, no thank you, because I've come so far, I'm not going to risk putting that all back on.
And the thing is, when you know when
my boss, when I get my target, I will have an ice cream because everyone else that works there has had an ice cream, like, to try it and stuff. I'm the only person that works there that hasn't had one yet. So when I get to my target, I am going to have my free ice cream.
And do you know what's changed in you is when you say, when I get to my target.
Yeah, not if
then you started off saying, if I get to target.
Yeah.
And your whole thought process about it is
because
when.
The target that I've had in my head that I've told you, I'm not that far off now.
No.
I'm not sure if that's my definitive target,
No.
that's just a number that's in my head. But I want to see what I feel like when I get to there, whether I want to keep going or whether that is my target. But I'm not that far off of that now.
No.
So
you know you can get there.
Yeah. Mum's helping.
And you've done it all the way through lockdown. Mostly.
Which so many people have said to me, that's the craziest thing, that you carried on doing it throughout the hardest time all of us have gone through. I've lost 7.5 stone because I literally started 2 weeks before lockdown. So I've lost 7.5 stone in a global pandemic.
Yeah. And I got
which is the time where most people, even most people at our Slimming World group, a lot of people at our Slimming World group have put on weight.
But I think even before, when Slimming World, obviously with the first lockdown, we didn't know what was going to go on, but we'd already said, I'm going to go and I ordered some scales that night, I think, when we realised we were locking down. And I ordered some scales and I said, well, we're going to carry on anyway, because I knew you'd just started and I wasn't going to let you stop.
Yeah. And that was just before, because I'd lost a stone by then.
Yeah, and then we heard that they were going to go on to Zoom.
We were going on to Zoom, so we were still going to do it either way. And I think that's what's kept me doing it, whereas some people have put on, some people have left Slimming World because it's not the right time for them to try and lose weight. Which I get.
Yeah, everyone's
like
different.
You have to do it when you're ready to do it. Yeah. That's another thing we were saying before.
Yeah.
Like you can't do it when other people are telling you to do it, or when.
No, it's got
like
to
it
be
has
right
to be when you are ready to do it. Otherwise, it's never going to happen. Like for me, I was ready at that point, and I have lost, and it's the same for you.
Yeah, because I've done loads of different things.
Whereas
like
if you're just doing it
whatever,
for someone else, because you're in a new relationship or whatever, or any stupid thing like that, then it's never going to stay off, and you're always going to put it back on. Whereas if you do it for you, and not for a reason, like we were saying before, not for a reason, it has to be for you to change your life, and not just because you've got a wedding coming up or like a holiday. Has to be for you, because otherwise it's never going to stick.
Yeah, and also I think we've not kept like a wardrobe full of the bigger clothes
Yeah,
as
we've got rid of them
standby.
all.
They're gone. We've got rid of
I
them.
literally got rid of all of them. Like that video you guys saw I did. I've also gone through other wardrobes since then and sold so much and given so much to charity and got rid of loads, and I've got so much at the top of the stairs that I'm either going to sell or I'm going to give to charity. We've not decided what we're doing yet. But there is loads, and I'm getting rid of that because I was like, why am I holding on to this stuff?
Yeah.
I don't need this stuff anymore.
Otherwise you've got it as a safety net, and
Yeah.
actually if you've paid your money to join Slimming World and go every week.
Mm-hmm.
You've bought new clothes as we've gone,
And
as we dropped. So why would you want to have
Keep
to
the
pay?
bigger stuff.
And have to pay out for
Yeah.
new clothes if you
And
then get bigger.
I tried on a dress yesterday that I bought a couple of months ago. It was a size 16, but it had like a zip up the side, so it was a bit of a tighter fit. It didn't do up when I first got it. Yesterday it's literally this close, isn't it, to being fully done up, and I couldn't move the zip at all before. So I'm literally this close away to that dress being spot on, and it looks so good. It looks absolutely incredible. It shows off my curves. I'm just so comfortable in it. I just need it to be done up this amount, which it will be very soon. Because my body's getting more toned with doing the couch to 5k and stuff. Sorry I sound really nasally. My hay fever's really bad today. I can feel that I'm talking through my nose. But you're the same about like, because you bought a dress with a zip before and you were like, it's not going to do up. That there is one thing that Mum bought, that jumpsuit.
What, stuck in the jumpsuit? Oh yeah, there's the buttons.
There's a jumpsuit she had with these buttons and she got it on, but then couldn't do the buttons up, and then when she was trying to get out of it, she couldn't undo the buttons. So she was sitting there going, this would not be good if I needed a wee.
Especially when you've had 2 children, to be fair. But
I think
I need to before I wear that. I need to. It's one of those ones with those elastic loops.
Yeah,
things,
they're
right?
like
And it's quite fiddly.
They are quite fiddly.
And yeah, I didn't have any nails at the time. I've got a few nails now, but I still don't think my fingers.
I had to
are
like
quite
undo it
dexterous.
for you, and I was like, if you're going out somewhere I'm
There must
not,
be some. Maybe there's something on Amazon that helps you
Like
out
some
of your
tool to,
jumpsuit.
like,
Yeah, you know
unhook
what I mean?
them,
I
or
think
yeah,
there is an
probably.
unhooker because people like who have like wedding things and have like bodices that tie up round their.
most people have someone that can do it up for them on a wedding day.
Well, I suppose so. Yeah, but there are some things like
There's got to be something for someone that can't
Yeah,
use
look
their
on
hands.
Amazon.
It's like, oh, here we go.
Amazon Prime. Here we go.
She loves her Amazon Prime. I sent her one link to something yesterday for her to buy for me, and I sent her the money for. And she said, oh, there just so happened to be something else in my basket already, so I bought that for myself as well.
Well, it was just happened to be there, so just.
You could have taken it out of your basket.
Well, I could have done, but I'd spent ages trying to decide on what it was that I was going to put in there. But no, it's in there now. So.
But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this week. She's going to be back. She doesn't like the fact that she's going to be back, but she will be back. So if you have any other questions about Slimming World or about anything that you guys want me and my mother to discuss, could be theatre, Slimming World, anything, really. Could be anything. If you want us to talk about it, we'll
Couch
talk
to
about it.
5k.
Couch to 5k, yeah, anything at all, let us know. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really hoping I can get this video up and it actually won't corrupt itself and it'll be a good video because I want you guys to see it. But yeah, thanks for joining me, Mother.
That's alright, don't hit me, thank you.
She loves it, she loves me.
No, she doesn't.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say thanks for watching.
Bye, thanks for watching. Bye.
Say can you like and subscribe?
Can you like and...
Subscribe.
I can't say that word.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Can you like and subscribe to the video?
Thank you. Bye.
Please give it a big thumbs up. Yeah, let me know anything down below. Subscribe down below. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.